Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosana. Today, let me just tell you, I'm excited because we're making chicken wings covered in a sweet, tangy, sour Chipotle-Tamarind sauce that is as delicate and unique as it gets. Before we get started, I do want to invite you to subscribe, like this video if you enjoy our content, and also don't forget to click the notification bell. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna season 3 pounds of chicken wings, and I have both flats and drums. First, pat them dry with a paper towel to remove as much moisture as we can. And just be gentle with them, that way you don't break the skin. Add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 3 tablespoons of avocado oil or any neutral oil you may have, and black pepper to taste. I go through gloves pretty fast, but it is time to mix everything to combine. Get those chicken wings well seasoned, allow those ingredients to get to know each other, build a relationship. I have my sheet pan ready to go, and all I did was line it with aluminum foil at the bottom because that way it holds all of the drippings and it just makes for an easier cleanup. Now, let's spray some avocado spray over all of the grates. That way the chicken wings don't stick. I don't think you can spray avocados. What I meant to say is avocado oil spray. Let me set this aside. Now lay all of the wings on the rack. I've left some space in between, and I'm gonna place them in the fridge. That way they marinate a little bit longer for about, I'd say 15 minutes, and that's gonna give me enough time to get started on the sauce. Do this. The 2 main ingredients for the sauce are morita peppers, which are a type of chipotle, and tamarind. Before rehydrating the chipotles, rinse the peppers, place them in a clean container, then pour hot water over them and allow them to soften. It'll take about 1 hour. Once they are soft, remove the seeds and veins. And we're gonna need 5 of them. Set the soaking liquid aside just in case we need it. If we don't, you can just discard it at the end of the recipe. Now let's talk about tamarind. It is a fruit that kind of looks like a big bean pod. Inside it contains seeds that are surrounded by this sweet, tangy pulp that is used for so many dishes, including sweets. I would say it's more on the sour side, but you can always taste it to get to know the flavors. Just be careful with the seeds. Before we use the tamarind, we still have to prep it. Break the shell from 4.5 ounces and remove it. Also remove the root-looking strings. Once clean, place them all in a clean bowl and pour hot water to soften them. It'll take about an hour as well. And this is what we're left with. We're ready to remove all of the goodness and separate the seeds from the pulp. You can kind of feel where the seed is. You can either squeeze it out or break through the skin. Some are easier than others, but it is definitely doable. See? And just discard the seeds. All we want is the pulp. Look at this beautiful pulp. I'm so proud. What I'm gonna do is set it aside now and make sure you removed all of the seeds, because first, you do not want to bite into them. They're super hard. Second, you do not want to blend them. They could easily break your blender. So just discard them. Set the tamarind soaking liquid aside because we are gonna need it. Plus it smells so good. To a blender, add the tamarind pulp and the 5 chipotles. Also add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of ground onion, half a teaspoon of ground garlic, a quarter of a teaspoon of black peppercorns, and a quarter of a teaspoon of whole cumin, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1.5 cups of the tamarind soaking water. Cover and blend until completely smooth. Place a saucepan over medium-low heat and heat a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil or just a neutral oil. Once the oil is nice and hot, carefully pour in the sauce. Beautiful, and stir it in. Add a quarter of a cup of the chipotle soaking liquid right into the blender. That way we get the last bit of the sauce. And pour back into the pot. And for that sweetness that's just gonna marry everything together, I have half a cup of well-packed brown sugar. Add it right in there. And stir until everything is completely dissolved. Meanwhile, this is starting to reach a gentle simmer. We're gonna allow it to continue cooking until it reduces into a thick, glossy texture. It will take 15 to 20 minutes and make sure to stir as needed. While the sauce is reducing, bake the chicken wings at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. There's so much going on. The wings are baking, the sauce is reducing. My kitchen smells wonderful. Let's get this dressing done. Now, the dressing that we're making today is kind of like a combination of a ranch and a blue cheese dressing. If you don't like blue cheese, then don't worry about it. We're not adding blue cheese. We're instead going to add a delicious queso fresco. I'm telling you, this dressing is amazing. In a bowl, combine half a cup of mayo, half a cup of Greek yogurt, or you could also use Mexican style cream or sour cream. Any of the three works well. 1 teaspoon of Mexican dry oregano. Wonderful. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Salt to taste. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Cracked black pepper to taste. 3 tablespoons of cilantro, and you want it finely chopped. And finally, half a cup of crumbled queso fresco. And now whisk to combine. Beautiful. Once everything is well combined, you're done. Easiest, most delicious dressing. Now back to the sauce. This looks wonderful. All right, see how it coats the back of the spoon nicely? Now allow it to cool down. Once warm to the touch, run your finger. And if the clean line holds its shape, we have reached the right consistency. Add salt to taste. I'm doing half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Stir everything until well incorporated. This is ready. How exciting. Turn off the heat. And I'm gonna ladle some of the sauce into a different container. I'm doing about 2 ladles and set it aside. The 25 minutes we gave the chicken wings are up. At this point, they're not cooked yet, but we're gonna take that sauce we portioned out and brush it over all of the wings. Flip them so we can sauce the other side. This part is so satisfying. And into the oven they go again for another 20 minutes or until they're fully cooked. Oh, these are ready. These look amazing. I can't wait to dig in. You can coat them all in the sauce or do it in portions like I'm gonna do right now. That way we can taste. Okay, just grab a bowl and add the wings that you're gonna serve. These are nice and hot. I'm loving the color. Add a generous amount of the sauce to the wings and toss to coat. Let's make a platter. Add the dressing to the center of the plate and arrange celery, carrot, and cucumber sticks around the ramekin. What a beautiful presentation. Get inspired and place the wings around the platter. Sprinkle finely chopped cilantro, and they're done. I am so excited. I'm ready to taste, and that gloss is calling my name.
We are ready to taste, she meant to say.
We are. Okay. My favorite part to eat is the drums. I eat both flats and drums, but I think I'm gonna go for a drum.
Me too.
Okay, cheers. All right, let's dip it. You forgot to dip it into the dressing.
Remember, you gotta smell it first.
Okay. Look, I smell the chipotle.
I was gonna say I'll smell the gardens. No, yeah, I smell the chipotle. So good.
Yeah, I can smell the chipotle. I can smell a little bit of tamarind, but let's taste. Yes. We have to dip it into that homemade dressing. So good.
Oh, that looks so good.
Let's do this.
Right.
So good. Delicious.
Wow. Wow. This flavor really is delicate.
They taste like fine dining chicken wings. They do. So good.
Yes.
The flavors are just so profound.
Oh boy, these are good. You gotta make these ones at home. They don't sell them.
Nah, I haven't seen them anywhere.
Nope.
I mean, let's talk about the flavors. Well-rounded, complement each other. You have a sweet, tangy, spicy.
Yes.
The salt opens everything up, marries them together.
The dressing with the queso fresco, my goodness. I'll give you guys the advice this time. If you don't have queso fresco, you can replace it with cotija cheese or
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good option. Look at you, this guy over here. Oh my goodness. Guys, remember, I leave so much information down in the description area. Ingredients, other recipes that go well with this, tools we use in the kitchen. So feel free to check everything down there. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find it helpful, and especially the links to ingredients that I've started to do, because I know it can be hard for you sometimes, and we're just trying to make it easier. So definitely check that out. All right. Me and Nelson have some eating to do. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Make it at home. Come back and let me know how it went down in the comments area. Well, you can also follow us on all of my social media platforms. I don't want to say bye.
Excuse my mess, until the next one.
Until the next one.